Yo, I got knowledge that I get of my people, whether they black, African, Asian, Indian, Caucasian, Puerto Rican, Latin, man or woman, know what's happening. The answer is knowledge itself. But who's asking is love that I get of my people, whether they black, African, Asian, Indian, Caucasian, Puerto Rican, Latin, man or woman, know what's happening. The answer is knowledge itself. I tell these kids put down the guns and blunt and pick up a book.
Mic check. What's kicking, family? I'm glad you've clicked in so I can check in with you. All right, what I'd like to kick it about right about now is the power of you, the fans. That's right. I mean, hey, us fans, we do have a voice out here because, hey, who shells out the money, buys the merchandise, goes to the games to support any professional sport there is. But what I want to talk about today is the U.S. Golf, U.S. Open out here on Long Island, Bethpage Black, Mickelson, Woods, you know, a really big show that's supposed to be going on. And what happened? First day rained out. 78 golfers had actually played 3 rounds of golf, and they had called it by 2 p.m. and that was it. Next thing you know, I'm listening to sports talk radio, you know, doing my thing as my day goes along. So all I do, if I'm not watching it, I'm listening to any kind of sporting event that they're going to have. A guy calls up on the radio. You know what I'm going to say? And I'm going to say it was Mike Francesa on WFAN here in New York. You can get these, you can get any sports station now on the internet, which I do from time to time now. I go on and I log in and I try and check out the various sports talk radio shows for various cities. And this way I'm really plugged in to the pulse of the fan. See, that's what I'm getting at, man. There is now a way for, you know, for all us fans to be really, really connected. And, you know, if you're really into your sports, you've got the internet, you've got satellite, you've got cable. I would say over-the-air television, but I didn't get my digital box yet. That's besides the point. Let's get back to you, the super fan. I heard on Mike Francesa, guy calls up. He was pissed. He was sloshing around in this rain. And, you know, he said, yo, they wouldn't even give me a refund. Yo, he spent $150. As you know, there was a game several years ago where the wildfires out in California, and the NFL moved the game from where it was supposed to be. I forgot who it was. You guys know how it is. Can you put it down there in the blurb for me? At least put it down there so I can at least read it. The game was moved to another site, and the patrons was allowed to get in free. Yo, the NFL, see, that's why I love the NFL. The NFL gets it right, and they're really fan-friendly. So with that being said, these guys didn't get a refund for their $150 ticket. Now, let's say, now, for a practice round, they had 40,000 people. 40,000 people out there for a practice round to watch Tiger hit the ball at 7 o'clock in the morning. Now, on Thursday, they've had something of an attendance of 34,000 people. So, all right, with that being said, let's take that number, 34,000 people by $150. That's $5,100,000. $5 million on the gate alone coming in. Wow. And that guy called up Francesa, called up the sports talk host, complained to him. The next thing you know, he ran with it because, look, fair is fair. These economic times, you know, it's hard-earned cash that you got to separate yourself with for these sporting events. I don't care what economic bracket you're in. It's the bottom line. Fair is fair. And he did the right thing. Beat the drum on this, and then next thing you know, I heard it all over the airwaves last night. So today, the guy, David Fay, if I'm correct, I believe his name is David Fay, the guy in charge of the U.S. Golf Association, whatever, you know, the entity is, and they talked about a partial refund if you was there on Thursday and you don't use the ticket, maybe Monday. Partial refund. That ain't bad. And I'm glad that the fans who was out there who spent this money called up, you know, the radio talk show host and spoke to him. Look, that particular host, Mike Francesa on WFAN, yo, I love and hate him all at the same time. You guys out there probably have your favorite love-hate relationship with a sports talk host in your local area. You know, and that's what I listen to. You know, how else? Am I going to go? Not unless I go get and try and get some press passes and be all up in some places, and then there's a lot of travel time, and that's besides the point. We're just talking about the plain, ordinary fan who spends his hard-earned cash, finally got some justice, calling up his sports talk radio station, and the sports talk host took up the mantle, ran with it, and advocated for that fan and put some pressure on those people who run the golf to give back a partial refund, and also have them come in on Monday if there happens to be a final round. The way the rain had came out here in New York, they're probably going to push it till Monday, because they're talking about rain again this weekend, and they're trying to get in all the holes in before it's done. But my key point here is, yes, Jon Q Public Fan has a voice in some cases with the sports talk radio, who'll take up the mantle for them and advocate for them on certain issues, besides talking about the nuances of a suicide squeeze between the sacrifice bunt and whether you do a quarterback sneak or a fullback dive on 4th and inches. That's what I'm talking about. I'd like to hear what you got to say about that, or if you have a love and hate 'em sportscaster in your local area that you follow. And that's basically about it. This is Mr. Batch. Peace.
Yo, I got knowledge that I get of my people, whether they black, African, Asian, Indian, Caucasian, Puerto Rican, Latin, man or woman, know what's happening. The answer is knowledge itself, but who's asking is love that I get of my people, whether they black, African, Asian, Indian, Caucasian, Puerto Rican, Latin, man or woman, know what's happening. The answer is knowledge itself. I tell these kids put down the guns and blunt and pick up a book.